Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Gonna share some tips to stop falling off the wagon. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com, and founder of Team Power Blast. Also got an ebook out there for you that you can download at myfitstart.com. Great way to start your day with just good mindset and fitness stuff. It's all for you for free. You can just go there and download it. Let me know how it goes for you. You know what? For a lot of us, we find a magic solution. We find that perfect program, or we find that perfect system, or that gym membership, or whatever it is to lose those extra pounds, and we're gonna keep it off forever, right? And so we figure out that perfect plan. We get all the groceries. We start the workouts. We're like totally, bam, into it. 2-3 weeks down the road, and just getting really great results. And then stuff happens. You probably inserted a different word. Life happens. Birthday cake at the office, a vacation happened, your partner left you, you were reprimanded by the boss and got all stressed out, ended up just having a binge attack and downed a whole box of Girl Scout cookies or a whole bag of chips. And then after that happens, this little spiral of guilt sets in, and you feel sad, and you feel bummed, and you feel like you let it all go, and you think you've just totally blown it. And you know what? You end up ditching the plan, and you fall back into old habits, pack back on some of those pounds, maybe a little bit more. And you know what? A lot of times we end up feeling like a failure, ditching the diet and fall back into those old patterns again. And you know what? I've been there. It's happened to me several times, especially when I first started, and it's still, it's easy to suddenly drift off. But you know what? A lot of times we fall into certain little pitfalls where for many people, we just love to start something new. We discovered something that's like, oh my gosh, that is the thing that's going to work for me. And then you start to get into it and the excitement wears off a little bit, or you start to get a little bored with it, or it just doesn't have that oomph that it once did. Or for a lot of people, we want results fast, and we aren't looking at the long haul. We kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm not seeing the results on the scale, I'm not seeing these results, and we ditch it that way. Or we just don't realize that sustained healthy weight loss and maintenance of that takes time. It takes this endurance and patience. Oh my gosh, patience. And so I've got some tips for you today. I went over and grabbed this off a blog, and I thought these were great tips, kind of putting my own spin on it. But really, one of the tips for you, if you find yourself this happening to you over and over and over, which has happened to me a few times, is just to be realistic and think of the big picture. Just know when you start that the novelty is probably going to wear off somewhere along the road, and there's going to be these little obstacles, and you just got to plan to push through it. Just know when you don't feel motivated, or when that thing happens, it's like, you know what, it happened, I acknowledge it, boom, I'm pushing through. Know that vacations are going to come up, or birthdays. There are a lot of times people will just get on a fitness program just to get to the reunion, or get to look great at the reunion, or look great on vacation, and then let their guard down after it. Maybe you're pushing for a warrior dash of some sort. So you got to have that endurance mindset. Being healthy and fit, losing weight, that's the marathon. It's not a sprint. And for me, I know when I started, I just wanted to find out what I could do in the 90 days. And I lost the weight. I felt great. And I started falling back into old patterns, and the weight started packing back on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a lifetime thing. So yes, those infomercials, the 21 days, the 90 days, you got to think beyond that. Just know that there's something more. That's why I love why we have now Beachbody On Demand, because you finish a program, you can continue on with something else right after that. But it's still just as challenging to maintain as it is to lose the weight and get fit in the first place. So reaching your goal, it could take a long time, and just know that that's the reality. Being healthy is hard work, and it doesn't come easy, and you might not always enjoy the process. man, if I could be healthy and fit and not have to exercise, count me in for that. But you've got to expect that there's going to be tough times ahead. There's going to be these challenges. You're going to get bored with eating certain meals, and you might even resent some of the things that you're doing. It doesn't have to be that way. You can create a lot of variety in it. And I know for me, it was like, okay, I need some comfort foods. So what I did was I was like, okay, how can I have my comfort foods but make them healthier? And so that was my thing. Here's another tip, is to celebrate your successes. A lot of times we think we have to get the defined six-pack or be in the total best shape or get to whatever that person did on the infomercial did before we become a success. But you know what? For me, I looked at success as putting on that check mark every week, every day onto the calendar. And at the end of the week, I'd see like, my gosh, I showed up 7 days this week. That's awesome. Eventually, that became a full month. That's awesome. You got to celebrate those successes along the way. And when you celebrate, I'm not saying celebrate with food either. You can celebrate with an event. Take yourself out to a movie. Take yourself out to see some sort of performance. Or go out and buy some really great clothes, whatever it is. You need to do that. Probably the last thing, as far as a tip goes, would be to get a strong support system. A lot of times people just love to announce that, hey, I'm getting healthy and fit, I'm doing this, I need your support. That can be your family, your friends, your coworkers. When you involve them in the process, they can kind of help keep you on track. If you struggle in finding the support from that group, join one of our challenge groups. Like the one, you might have a Beachbody coach that does this. I know I do that. We use a Facebook group. We also use an app. We just check in each day, motivate and support each other. And that way, it keeps you motivated. It keeps you back on track when you want to brainstorm that you're facing certain issues and getting back on track. A lot of people have been going through illnesses and little sicknesses this time of year. And you know what? It's still just getting back on and just saying, hey, we're here for you. It really helps when you're tempted to make those unhealthy choices too. So those are some tips for you. Hopefully if you find yourself falling off the wagon over and over and over again, hopefully you can implement some of these things and just know that life is going to happen. It's going to be that way. There's going to be these challenges, but you can plan ahead for them. Hey, I hope these tips helped you. If you find them beneficial, please pass them along to anybody that can benefit. So appreciate it. Comment, like, share. Come over and visit me on Facebook, or if you get over to the iTunes store and give a 5-star review for the Power Blast podcast, absolutely rock. I appreciate you subscribing. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.